welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting a new series called 100 plus prompts to fill your sketchbook. Each video I'm going to do 5 prompts. There's going to be some easy ones, some hard ones, some crazy ones. I'm excited about this one because I myself am a person who opens a sketchbook and just stares at a blank piece of paper for ages and doesn't know what to draw. So hopefully these prompts will help you guys finish those sketchbooks, and I have a bunch of them sitting on my shelf, so I'm excited to finish them all. If you guys have any prompt ideas as well, let me know down in the comments. I will add them to my list. And without further ado, let's get started with the first prompt. Let's go.
Okay, let's start out with a prompt that's simple and relaxing. I know you guys can guess already because you can see it in the video, but it's to draw your favorite art supply. I know, it sounds pretty basic, but hear me out. It's actually one of the most fun and personal pages you can create. You can include anything you love using right now. It could be your favorite pen, your favorite brush, even your go-to sketchbook. Maybe even the one dried up marker you can't seem to throw away. Arrange them however you like. They can be scattered, they can be floating. I just laid mine out and took a picture and sketched it out, and I used the same watercolor in the photo to color it all in. You can even draw from life, which would be a little challenge for you. I've done this many times in my old sketchbooks. It's a fun way to swatch out your tools. You get to look back and see what your preferred art supplies were, what tools you were obsessed over 2 years ago versus now. Some of my old pages have things I don't even use anymore, but at the time, those tools were my comfort zone. One thing I love doing as well is writing little notes. You can label the pens or write why you like this art supply. It makes the page feel more like a journal entry than just a technical drawing. You can also add tiny swatches next to your pen or pencils, show the colors and textures they make. It's both useful and beautiful. And here are some of the pages in my old sketchbook. Don't overthink this one, just grab what's around you and get started. Okay, for prompt 2, we are going to make a little waterfall card. This one's a bit different, but it's super fun. It's an interactive layered flap that reveals a new image each time you pull the tab, kind of like a flip book. You can fill it with anything you like. I turned mine into a tiny animation, each flap with a little frame, and when you flip through them, the drawings move. Well, that's the idea anyway. This took me a few tries to get it working. It's not super complicated, but I don't think I can explain it. So I'll link a great tutorial for you guys in the description that I followed, and it walks you through the steps clearly. Once you made one, the possibilities are endless. You can make a little story, a transformation, or just a satisfying loop of movements. And it adds so much to your sketchbook. Definitely one of those wow pages that people love flipping through. This next prompt is a little more abstract, but also incredibly meditative. Draw only horizontal lines across your page using different colored pens, pencils, or even markers or highlighters. This idea is inspired by a Spanish artist called Joan Silo, whose entire body of work is built around these incredible, intricate hand-drawn lines. At first glance, his piece almost looks like woven textiles or digital glitches. But if you look closely, you realize they're all created by hand with endless patience and color precision. I used washi tape to make it a little bit easier for a clean border, and I used simple ballpoint pens to do the first sketch. I tried to mimic his drawing and make it into like a mountain landscape. I also used highlighters for the second illustration, but if you take your time and be patient with it, you can make a very detailed and intricate work like this one I did before. Also, if you want to take it a step further, you can use it in backgrounds of your sketches to make it pop. For the next prompt, we are going to draw a movie screen cap. I chose a frame from Caroline because honestly the atmosphere and color palette in that movie are just so good, and it's one of my favorites. I started by sketching it out and laying down the first layer of watercolor, but then I had to wait and let it dry. But instead of just waiting around, I decided to start on the next and the last prompt of the day, which is a nice and easy one. Is drawing blind contour drawings, which is exactly what it sounds like. You pick something to draw and you draw it without looking down at your paper and without lifting your pen. It's awkward and weird, I know, but it's so much fun. Your drawing is probably going to look totally wonky like mine, but that's kind of the point. Blind contour drawing is such a good exercise to slow down and let go of perfection, and just train your eye and hand to connect in a different way. And because there's no pressure to make it look good, it's actually so freeing. Once my painting was dry, I went back to that prompt and I finished the Caroline piece. It didn't quite turn out the way I wanted because the paper was very thin and it didn't like watercolor on there. So when I tried to go over it with pencil to add more detail, it was kind of ripping and going all horrible. So I couldn't put that much detail in there, but I'm happy with it. It looks good. So that's it for part 1. I'd love to know which one of these you're going to try, and make sure to tag me if you share it online. I love to see your takes on these. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for part 2 and share it with a fellow artist who needs a little push. This is just the beginning, guys. There's still 95 more prompts to go. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!